Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the worldwide download celebration. And this video is going to be about 5 reasons why global players could skip the worldwide banners. Now I'm choosing my words carefully there. I'm not saying global players should skip the banners, but I'm saying there are actually some really good legitimate reasons why you could choose to skip them if you want to. Now this might sound crazy because worldwide download celebration typically has some of the best units in the game. It's usually one of the celebrations that YouTubers will recommend you summon on, right? And for good reason. They're going to be very good banners. They're going to be typically anniversary level banners or very close to that, right? So why would I be saying that maybe global players could skip this year, or why maybe some players would want to choose to skip? Well, there's some very unique things about this year, especially involving the sync, that I think it actually makes a lot of sense for global players to consider skipping these banners. Now, let me throw this out there. I am recording this on the night of August 18th. It's actually my birthday today. Woohoo! Right? So recording this on the night of August 18th. And at this time, we currently do not even know what the worldwide Dual Dokkan Fest is, right? We don't know what the theme is, none of that. I will tell you guys what we do know at this time is that we've had 3 teasers, which is basically some type of glowing ball flying through the sky. At first, people thought maybe a Saiyan Pod, maybe Saiyan Saga, Vegeta and Nappa, maybe Broly, right? And then as the videos went on, the second video had like a big green glow with green lightning behind it. So then people started really pushing towards Broly. Now the third video, the shining thing flying in the sky really has like a little tail on it and looks like a Nimbus cloud. And people have been thinking maybe, you know, Kid Goku, Demon King Piccolo, and Demon King Piccolo could be the green with the lightning too, right? We don't know. But what I'm going to say is going into this video, it doesn't matter what the worldwide celebration characters are. They could be the most hype characters, best characters in the game. I'm still going to tell you guys there are 5 good reasons why you could skip, even if these are the new best units in the game, okay? So let's start with number 1. Issue number 1 is what is on my screen right here. Probably one of the biggest reasons global players might consider skipping this year is these characters on the screen. We just came out of probably the most ridiculous sequence of high-end banners in Dokkan history on global. We basically went from Anniversary, which had 4 really crazy banners. So we had Beast Gohan, we had Broly, we had Gogeta, we had the Gammas, and then at the end of it, and basically the EX part of the Anniversary, they throw the Tanabata LR in there, UI Goku, right? So we have just been through a barrage of insane banners. And by the way, we might not be done on Global. They could still sneak LR Jiren in there as well, which would be another tempting banner that some players might summon on that would once again continue to drain your stones. So reason number 1, global players just probably don't have the stones to do it right now. And if you don't want to feel pressure, and I think part of the reason why I'm making this video is I don't want players, especially ones that are maybe normally free to play or low to play, not to feel pressure to buy stones, because they're putting the pressure on really heavy right now. And this is going to be one of the most pressure times I feel like for players to buy stones, because we've just had so many insane banners that have really drained stones for a lot of players. And it's going to be a really tough time to hold back on buying stones because you're going to be really tempted by worldwide. So my hope is as I continue through my list of 5 reasons you could skip, might actually put some logic in there to say, yeah, I think I realistically could skip these, right? So that's number 1, right? Just an insane barrage of banners, and you probably don't have the stones to do it. So maybe it's a good time to skip, right? Number 2, the second reason why I think global players really could skip is this. If you summoned a lot during Anniversary, which is why your stones are tapped out, you probably have some teams that might look like this. So if I go to my team list here, you can see my Beast Gohan team right here. Beast, UI Goku, Gogeta, Gammas, another UI Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta. By the way, UI Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, characters that most players have, especially if you're veterans, right? But even new players would have got them on the new banners. And then even like this Reps of U7 team with, once again, 2 more really insane EZAs in Team Universe 7 and then 17 in Golden Frieza. Like, these 2 teams that I'm showing you right here are incredibly busted. Like, with all of the crazy power creep, they feel like they're almost unkillable in some of these events. So reason number 2, I think global players could consider skipping is if you've got one of these top tier teams for the most part built, anything with double Beast Gohan, you've got Evolution Blue Vegeta, AGL UI Goku, like you're probably going to stomp any new content that comes out worldwide. Worldwide will definitely come out with like new Red Zone or Supreme Magnificent Battle or both. But I think the major power creep came during 9th anniversary. I expect these events. Now, we could get a new event that is the hardest event in the game, but I don't think it's going to go that far beyond what is currently the hardest event in the game, right? And by the way, we still have Goku and Frieza's event coming, right? But this team or these characters have proven to be able to beat all of the hardest content. And I feel like with the amount of power creep we had, I wouldn't expect the power creep to be jumping up a lot in worldwide. Like, I feel like the events are going to be kind of on par with what we have at a similar difficulty level. So I do not think you're going to need the new units to beat any new content that comes out, provided you summon for a lot of these units, right? Now, the one thing a player could mention or somebody could mention as a counter to this is they're probably going to have specific missions, right, for categories of the new units, right? And that part I can get. You might not be able to beat some missions if you don't summon with the new from the new characters. My philosophy in gacha games, never summon for a character just to beat a mission, because you guys understand what the mission gives, right? And what you have to put in to get the character. And I think a lot of players get so caught up in beating the mission, they don't realize cost versus reward, right? So we look at a lot of the rewards for these kind of category specific missions. It's like 5 Dragon Stones. So what I always tell a player is, why would you spend 500, 600, 700, maybe 1,000 Dragon Stones to get a copy of a character to beat a mission when you only get 5 stones back? You just have to be okay not being a completionist and not necessarily getting everything. Like, just give up that one mission and the 5 stones, and you're saving hundreds, if not thousands of stones by not summoning for a character. So this is kind of another just message to players. Do not be pressured by missions. This is what gachas do. I've played a lot of gachas. I've played for a long time. Trust me, you do not have to beat every mission to be happy and enjoy the game, okay? So do not be pressured by missions, because I guarantee you, let's say Kid Goku's one of the characters, they're probably going to have a DB Saga mission, and you might not be able to beat it without the new Kid Goku. They could have a Namekian's mission, which could feel really rough, right? With like Demon King Piccolo, and you probably need that new Demon King Piccolo to beat it. Don't sweat it if you can't beat that new Namekian's mission, right? So that is number 2. You should already have what you need to beat every new content that comes out, with a small exception of maybe some category missions. And some of them, guys, if you're skilled, you could get away. Remember, you're going to be able to bring a friend unit of that new unit, and you might be able to get away with a different leader and still get it done. So by not summoning doesn't even mean you won't get the missions done. It's just going to be a little bit harder, right? So don't fret there, okay? Number 4 is that if you're not summoning, you might say, well, it's not going to be as fun, right? Well, my counter to that, we'll go into character list here. I think events can be extremely fun, even if you don't summon. And here's why. Worldwide download celebration, I'm expecting 10 to 11 like premium EZAs, right? And to show my point here, these are 11 EZAs that came during last year's worldwide, and there's some crazy like good units that were, you might look at some of these and be like, well, they're not very good now. Well, no, but they were very good at the time, and we just came out of one of the biggest power creeps in Dokkan history. But dude, I remember this AJL Zamasu was one of the best characters in the game. Like, he was literally a top 10 character in the game on EZA, right? And if we look at this, we have Goku Black, who I know was disappointing, but by seeing Trunks, Goku Black, and Zamasu, that's 3 Dokkan Fest EZAs right there, right? Then we had actually this Future Gohan as an EZA. That's 4 Dokkan Fest EZAs. We had an LR EZA here, right? And then we had a bunch of actually very good, capable banner units, right? When we look at these banner units, we've got like Int Mai, we've got Gawasu, Zamasu, even like this Tech Gohan. These are units that went from pretty much unusable to like very good support units with defensive tech, like dodge or damage reduction, things like this. Trunks and Mai actually ended up being very good. And then this Zamasu and this Trunks, very good damage reduction units. I kind of like Zamasu a little bit better, but this Trunks also quite good. This Trunks needs a little bit more buildup than Zamasu, but you know, with the EZAs, even the banner units, I mean, they gave us very good defensive capable units to help us through content. So even without summoning for the new units, you're going to have in your box some very good EZAs that are going to fit on the categories for some of the missions, right? So once again, this is another kind of tool that you have to help beat missions and beat content in the game, you're going to get new units in that there's going to be free Easy H just sitting in your box. So that's another reason why I think players could skip and get away with it, right? The next one is that it's more stones you could save for the 10th anniversary. And Worldwide is going to give a lot of stones, but I expect this 10th anniversary to be more hype than usual because it's going to be our first synced anniversary. I think they're going to try to outdo the 9th anniversary, which the 9th anniversary was absolutely insane. So I think they're going to try to at least meet it, if not exceed it. So having more stones for that, I think would actually be incredible. So just by skipping this celebration, you're going to be saving a lot of stones for anniversary, where I think you're going to get the most bang for your buck. And that leads me to my 5th reason why I think players could skip. And I think this is the most important reason. It's going to add value to the anniversary banner coming. And there's something very significant about the anniversary banner. What is significant about it is that the previous years, here, let me just go ahead and throw this up really quick. Let me just grab, I might have to type it in, this right here. The previous Worldwide celebration units they come back on the anniversary banners, right? So last year was Zamasu and AGL Vegito. Zamasu was on Dokkan Fest Broly's banner, and Vegito was on Dokkan Fest Beast Gohan's banner, right? So what is unusual for Global, or that's going to be extremely different this year, is that normally Global for Worldwide, there's always been a lot of pressure to summon because our anniversary hasn't been until July. So we wouldn't get another shot at these guys for basically a full calendar year, right? Well, what's going to happen this year, we are officially synced at this point. So anniversary is actually coming in January. So now what's going to happen is these Worldwide units are going to turn around and be on a banner again in only 5 to 6 months. So what I'm saying is, as a global player, if you can resist and skip these banners, you're not only saving stones, which I said was like the 4th reason, but part of the 5th reason is you're adding so much more value to the anniversary banners, because we know that those anniversary units probably will be the best units in the game, but then you're also getting access to the crazy Worldwide units you're skipping right now. You know, it's going to make the banners more valuable to you, and you're going to get more out of your stones, right? Because you can think about it this way. I can summon right now, let's just say it's Demon King Piccolo, Kid Goku, right? I can summon right now for Demon King Piccolo and Kid Goku, or if I'm just patient and wait a few months and use my really busted 9th anniversary teams that I've already built to beat content along the way, if I'm patient enough and wait, I can summon on this banner now, or just wait till anniversary and not only have those units, but then the insane 10th anniversary units at the same time, right? So to me, that is the biggest factor here, and that global players are not going to be used to this. And I wanted to put this message out because I know there are some players maybe that are going to see this that aren't completely in tune with like how Dokkan is doing things and maybe don't understand how anniversary is going to work moving forward. But moving forward, guys, anniversary is going to be in January, February. So then July, both versions will probably just get Tanabata now, right? So you won't have to wait nearly as long. Therefore, there will not be as much pressure to summon now. So anyways, guys, without knowing what they are, or maybe if you want to comment, like some of you are going to watch this after we know what it is, feel free at any point, let me know if you are going to summon or not on these banners. And let me know if you like the idea maybe of waiting until anniversary and getting more value out of it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything I said. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.